suspended Attorney General Ken Paxton's political fate remains in the hands of Texas state senators. They're deliberating whether to acquit or convict Paxton in more than a dozen articles of impeachment. Political reporter Jack Fink is live for us at the Texas Capitol. And Jack, you were there as both sides made their case during the closing arguments earlier today.
Well, Ken, one big development today. For the first time since last week, Attorney General Ken Paxton returned to the trial to watch closing arguments. And House impeachment manager said Paxton repeatedly abused his power so that he could help a campaign donor and needs to be removed from office. Paxton's lawyers, though, said this is all a sham by some Texas Republicans who don't like Paxton and want him out.
We discovered unprecedented abuse in the Texas Attorney General's office by Mr. Paxton. As elected officials, we take an oath to protect the citizens of this state and the sacred public trust.
I would suggest to you this is a political witch hunt. I would suggest to you that this trial has displayed for the country to see a partisan fight within the Republican Party. Let it be known, let it be clear now, the Bush era in Texas ends today. We thought it had ended in the primary when Ken Paxton beat George P. Bush.
Paxton himself has pushed this belief. He occasionally turned to look at the state senators as they entered the chamber. It won't be long before they decide whether he will have a political future in Texas. Paxton's wife, Senator Angela Paxton of McKinney, has been required to attend the trial, but she can't join senators in the deliberations or in voting.
Mr. Paxton claims that he wants the truth, but he hasn't even bothered to be here for the whole trial. He came on the first day, he left at lunch, and now he's here for closing. Clearly, he thinks that he might just get away with this.
In order to be a whistleblower,
Among those watching the closing arguments, three of Paxton's former top deputies, Ryan Vassar, Blake Brickman, and David Maxwell, who went to the FBI as whistleblowers to report their concerns.
There's no doubt that these folks did not prove a case. They didn't prove a preponderance. They didn't prove anything other than they don't like Ken Paxton.
General Paxton, and to the people of Texas.
Another House impeachment manager, Representative Jeff Leach of Collin County, the Paxton's home base, urged senators to convict Paxton, who he said was once a close mentor.
Mr. Busby, you said in your closing that we're here because we hate Ken Paxton, and you could not be more wrong. I have loved Ken Paxton for a long time. I've done life with Ken Paxton. We've traveled together, attend church together, attended countless Cowboys and Baylor football games together.
Now, senators have been deliberating since noon, so about 4 hours from now. 21 votes, or a two-thirds majority, are needed to convict Paxton. And if he's convicted on any one article of impeachment, he will be removed from office. He could also be disqualified from ever holding state office again. If he's acquitted, he will return to his job as Attorney General. Ken?
So, Jack, let's talk a little bit more about these rules as they play out here in the next couple of hours. How is all of that going to work as these deliberations continue?
Well, senators are not allowed to talk to their staff. They're not allowed to even have their cell phones. They're going to be deliberating till about 8 o'clock tonight. If they don't have a decision, they'll come back here at 9 a.m. tomorrow, and this will continue through the weekend. And Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick even said that if they still don't have a decision by late Sunday night, he may sequester them in the Capitol, and they may have to sleep here. Ken?